guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another book haul for you because I obviously have a book buying problem and I buy too many books. Some of these books I had gotten at Barnes & Noble, other ones I got from Book Outlet. Either way, I bought books and it's time for me to show you what I have accumulated. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I got quite a few books to show you, so we should just rock and roll. The first book I had to show you is Ferris by Marissa Meyer. This is the prequel short story regarding Levana and her life and the events of her life before we meet her in Cinder. I know how much I really love Levana, so this was actually something I really enjoyed. So this was just awesomeness. The next book on my pile is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. I read Anna and Lola earlier this year and I couldn't wait to get my hands on Isla. I was waiting for it to come out in paperback and it just did in August. I'm now just anxiously waiting to get to this. I'm so excited to see how Stephanie Perkins writes Isla and Josh's love story and how it's different from the first two. And I've heard a lot of people don't like this one. It kind of concerns me. And I love these covers. They're so pretty. I'm really excited to see how all of my characters' lives interweave and wrap up in this final installment. The next one on my pile is Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the third book in the Throne of Glass series. I've been marathoning the series over the summer to try to get caught up in time for Queen of Shadows release. So excited to get to this. I decided to buy this one in the actual physical book rather than as an ebook because I wanted them all in nice hardcover because I do really enjoy the series and I want to keep them nice and pretty forever. Since this one was already at the bookstore in hardcover, I was like, I'm gonna buy you, and you were expensive. Next book on my pile is Young Avengers Style Over Substance Volume 1. I really wanted a trade paperback to read during Booktubeathon because I felt like it would be a quick and easy read and something to help boost my page/book count for Booktubeathon. It was expensive and it hurt my soul to spend so much money on something that was so very tiny. This follows the Avengers children. This was my first foray into the comic book/Marvel world. Next on my pile is Fangirl by Remo Rowell, and I got the special collector's edition that's exclusive to Barnes & Noble. I had seen this floating around somewhere and I was like, I love that color. It's like this berry pink. I need that one. It has such pretty fan art in it. I've heard everyone rave about this book and I've heard nothing but amazing things. I've kind of been stalking Barnes & Noble for this particular copy because this is the one that I wanted, and they just stopped having it, and I was like, where did the pretty pink one go? I asked the guy last time I was there and he found it in the back for me, and I was so very thankful for him. I almost wanted to hug him because I had been looking for it for so long. Bookmark doodads. Why all books should just come with this. Next I have Sweet Peril by Wendy Higgins. This is the second book in the Sweet series. It has to do with the 7 deadly sins and fallen angels, and each fallen angel represents one of the 7 deadly sins, and then they have children with humans. Our main character Anna is the perfect sweet girl next door, and she finds out that her dad is one of these 7 deadly lords, and I love the main love interest, Caden. He is just, oh, I really like him. Stereotypical bad boy to the max. I know it's pronounced Kaiden, but I don't like that, so I just say Caden anyway. Deal. Next, I have a funny book. Not really a funny book, but it's a funny story. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. As you might know, I looked for this book everywhere. Multiple Barnes & Nobles, and I could not find it. I had mentioned that there were pictures and playlists and maps and just lots of fun things that I wanted to read in like book form, and I couldn't find it in Barnes & Noble, so I just got the ebook and it was fine. But then this was just sitting there at Barnes & Noble, just like tucked in there like so, and it was the only one. I did not go into Barnes & Noble obviously to get this, but I saw it there and I was like, you are coming home with me immediately. Mine. My mom was kind of jealous because she also wanted this book in the actual physical book. Mine, sucks to be you. If you didn't know, this is about 2 kids and their journey across the country. Amy just finished her junior year of high school and her mom has already moved out to Connecticut and she needs to get herself and her car to Connecticut, but Amy doesn't drive. So she enlists the help of Roger, who is her mom's best friend's son. Next I have The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This also took me forever to find at Barnes & Noble. It was like way on the bottom, kind of like pushed in the back, but I found it after several times of stalking that store. I stalk that store often. It's whatever. This is a middle grade series. It follows children who have powers that deal with the elements. This copy was signed. I didn't meet them, but it's signed, so it still counts, and I think that's really cool. Next, my aunt and cousin went to meet a couple of very well-known YouTubers that were traveling promoting their new released books. So my aunt was nice enough to pick one up for me. Went to meet Justine from Justine, and they got me the book. I watched a few of Justine's videos, so I at least knew who she was. So when they offered to get me this copy, I was like, okay, I at least know who she is. She's been around for like ever. She signed it, which is pretty cool. Next, I have The Selection by Kira Cass, and I finally caved and bought this book because so many people were saying how terrible it was, and so many people make fun of it and mock it, and I just want to know why so many people think so little of it. And then I meet Trina from Between Chapters, and she actually said that this book was like crack. She goes, it's not the best thing you're ever going to read, but it's addicting. And I was like, I need to check that out. So I went ahead and bought the first book. I love the covers of these series. I like the pretty ball gowns. I also picked up The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book in the Remnant Chronicles. I read the first one last fall. I love that there are 3 characters who are extremely deceitful, and they lie about pretty much everything. The princess runs away on her wedding day, and the prince that she is supposed to marry goes after her, as well as an assassin who is hired to kill her. Dun dun dun. And you don't know who the assassin is and who the prince is. They don't tell you until the very end of the story. This is the sequel, so if you're interested in that, then this is the book you would read after you read that one, because that's how series work. Then I got a few books from Book Outlet. I got Sweet Peril from Book Outlet, but then I got some other books as well. I had heard Trina from Between Chapters talk about The Uninvited by Sophie Jordan several times. From what she's explained, it sounds like a very interesting read. It's about this future society where they have isolated the gene for violence, and this main character is the preppy all-American. She finds out that she has this violence gene, and when you're tested for this violence gene, something bad probably happens to you. They say she's a killer. One day she will be. I only had the dust jacket because I don't remember why my boyfriend made off with the actual book, and I don't know where the actual book is currently. I don't feel like going to look for it in his room. And then on Book Outlet they had this series. I used to watch this series, and it was a television show. It only lasted like 2 seasons on ABC Family, and then they canceled it, and we never get to find out the result of the mystery. Nothing ever gets resolved, obviously, because it gets canceled. So when I found out that it was based on a book series, I really wanted to read the book series. I've heard Trina from Between Chapters talk about the series, and she said that out of all of this author's series, this was her favorite. So when it was on Book Outlet and each book was like $2 and I could get the whole series for like $20 in hardcover, I bought them. Oh yeah, I bought them. And that is the Lion Game series by Sarah Shepard. I loved this TV show. I thought it was a great TV show, and I don't know why it got canceled. It's about 2 twins, Sutton and Emma. They are separated at birth, and then as they are in their teenage years, they reconnect and plan to meet. When Emma shows up at the meeting spot, Sutton is missing and turns up to be murdered, and so Emma takes Sutton's place in her life to try to unravel the mystery surrounding her disappearance and her death. The only one that I don't have is book 2. They didn't have book 2 on the site, which made no sense to me. This series includes The Lion Game, book 3, which is 2 Truths and a Lie, book 4, Hide and Seek, book 5, Cross My Heart and Hope to Die, and book 6, 7 Minutes in Heaven. Finally, I just want to share with you guys some of my recent ebook purchases. Recently, I purchased Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and this is book 2 of the Throne of Glass series. Like I mentioned before, I am currently reading the series so that I can be prepared for Queen of Shadows release, and I'm so excited. I already had that pre-ordered. If that book comes before this video is uploaded, I will do an unboxing with it because I'm so excited for it. I got this one in ebook because I was too damn impatient to order it online. I also bought in my ebook Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. This is Trina from Between Chapters, one of her favorite books, and it's like a survival story. It's our world. It takes place in the future after a time where water is very, very scarce and it's a high commodity. It's about this young girl and her mom who live on a farm, and they have this pond, and it is their duty in life. The only thing that matters is to protect this pond to make sure that nobody takes their water supply. I also picked up Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I don't know much about this book other than people rave about it, and it has to do something with superheroes, and if the bad guy won or evil superheroes. I don't really know. I haven't read anything by V.E. Schwab. Finally, I picked up Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I have no idea what this series is about. I know it's like an urban fantasy series. Kat from Kaitastic raves about it all the time. And to be honest, that was the reason why I got it. That, and it was like 99 cents on Amazon. Daily deal. I had mentioned that I was supposed to be getting this in the mail, and it wasn't supposed to come until next week. So this is what I think it is. I am so excited. It's here way earlier than I thought it was going to be. And I cannot freaking wait. How do I get this open? I don't even know. Ah. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you guys see this? Do you see that? Holy crap, mine is here right now, and she signed it to me, and I'm so excited I could cry. There's something else in here too. I don't know what this is. Chapter sampler from Cage of Deceit by Jennifer Ann Davis. I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is. I don't care right now. I'll figure that out later. In case you weren't aware, this is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series. Also going to show you 2 other books that I picked up earlier this week as well. I haven't posted the other part of my book haul yet, so I figured I might as well just show these to you. And the first one is The Elite by Kira Cass. This is the 2nd book in the Selection series. I just read that one last month. I liked the Selection so much more than I thought I was going to. I have heard this is the most infuriating of the series and what really causes people to hate America Singer with passion. So I'm nervous I'm gonna hate this book. I was nervous I was going to hate the Selection as well, so maybe I actually won't. I also picked up Unraveled Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the 2nd book in the Shatter Me series. I've heard this is the book where people start to fall in love with Warner, which I am so confused about. I don't understand how people like Warner. I don't understand how people like Warner at all. I'm not Team Adam. I'm Team Nobody. I'm Team not even Juliet, because I don't even really like her. I also purchased Hollow City by Ransom Riggs on my iPad. It was like $1. It's like a Kindle Daily deal or something like that. I've been wanting to read this series. I actually really want to read this during October. So those were the other couple of books that I had purchased between now and when I filmed the rest of this book haul. So we can just get on back to the other half of this book haul. And that was the last book. Those were all the books that I have acquired in my possession since the last book haul I did. I spend way too much money on books, and I wonder why I always don't have money. This is why. Tell me down below what books you have purchased recently and which ones you are most excited to read. I have 15 books here that I really can't wait to read. I've already read a good portion of what I showed you today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye! The first book on my pile is oh my gosh. My little alfalfa sticking. Little alfalfa sprout. Oh my gosh. I haven't filmed in a while. I'm sorry guys. It's gonna take me a hot minute to get ready. And as my mom said yesterday, it's opposed to a cold minute. Yes, it's opposed to a cold minute. How did you get in here? The door is shut. Did I accidentally lock you in here? You're so shy. It's okay, Rufus. It's okay, Rufus. And I really like the color of this cover. I like blue, so my room is, well, it was gonna be blue, but now it's gray. It's like a bluish gray. Well, because gray is cool. Anyway.